Hi, Gabby. Thank you very much for joining me today for this Spotlight On series, where we're shining a spotlight on some of our OC Osborne Clarke women to celebrate International Women's Day. So, hello and thank you.
Hi, George. Thanks for having me.
Great. So, let's start with a bit of an intro. Can you tell me a bit about yourself and your role at OC?
Yeah. Hi. So I'm Gabby Thornton. I am a second year trainee at the TVO office. I'm currently sitting with the commercial team at the moment. A little bit about myself. Home is Aberdeen, Scotland. So moved about a little bit when I was younger, but we ended up north, and that's where I grew up and spent most of my time. So I would say I am proudly Scottish, especially when it comes to rugby.
Hurrah! From a proudly Welsh person, I can shake your
Great.
enthusiasm. um, and as this is clearly this is for International Women's Day, I'm talking to you today. So kind of on that theme, why do you think it's important to choose to challenge gender bias or inequality?
So I think it's really important to choose to challenge gender bias or inequality because I think essentially everyone benefits from the outcome when it happens. I'm reading a really great book at the moment called Invisible Women by an author called Caroline Criado Perez, and it's essentially about the gender data gap and how decisions have been made in business or in government that predominantly take into account a data set focused on men and not any data or perspectives that women have given, and the outcome is obviously very skewed and
Mhm.
doesn't reflect everyone. And so she argues basically that when you're trying to design a world for everyone, everyone should be in the room. So women should be in the room at the highest level where decisions are being made. Um, and obviously not just women, but also men and women of Black, Asian, minority, ethnic origin as well. So I think it's when you're challenging gender bias or inequality, you're you're encouraging your diversity, you're increasing your perspectives, and the result or the decision that comes out of it benefits everyone because it's essentially it more accurately reflects what happens in
Mm.
reality.
Yeah, I really need to read that book. It seems a few people
It's
have
a great book. I can
recommended it.
I can I can send it to you if you want.
Yes, gender equality and data sounds perfect.
Tick tick.
Yeah, tick tick. Thank you, thank you. That's really great. Um, and so that we can get to know you a bit better, can you tell me something that people watching this may not know about you?
Yeah. Um, so something that people might not know about me. I'm a big snowboarder. So I met my partner when I was working on a ski season in France, and since then we have been obsessed with snow forecasts, checking snow cams,
Ah,
buying snow kit, all this sort of stuff. And just basically waiting for the next window where everything will be open again and we can be back on the slopes. So
ah,
yeah, slightly obsessed.
did you snow in Scotland? Can you snow in?
Yeah. They've actually had their best season so far this year, but nothing's open, which is almost heartbreaking.
Torturous. Yeah,
Yeah.
I read that too. And if you have a superhero or an inspiration, who is that? Who would that be?
So I had a little think about this one, and I think at the moment I would say somebody called AOC or Alexandria Ocasio Cortez. And she's an American politician of Puerto Rican descent, and she currently sits in the House of Representatives in the US. And she's a little bit of a trailblazer in that she is the youngest ever US Congresswoman in history. And she also comes from a very sort of working class background. You know, she's worked really hard to get to where she is. And so I think she is a great example of strength and a great example of how you should call out gender equality and
Mm,
gender bias, and how it's really important if you have views to air them and to be open to everyone else's views at the same time. So yeah, she's great.
She sounds great. She sounds great. And I think I can see why she sounds inspirational, because I think challenging is often quite a difficult thing to do, and knowing how to do it, and what's the best way of doing it, and the best way to approach it. So I can see someone like that. Sounds very inspirational.
Definitely.
I'm learning a lot through doing these interviews, and I hope others are too. So that's it. Thanks so much, Gabby. It's been great getting to know you. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, George. Thanks for having me.
No props. Bye.